Brent, you mentioned relational or relationship immaturity. Now, unfortunately, and if I'm wrong, feel free to push back on me. But my observation is, uh, as far as men, as far as how we perceive relationships, uh, being ready for a relationship, uh, you're ready when you're ready. Pretty much meaning that there's not really any vetting, there's not really any training or preparation. You're ready for a relationship when you see a female that you like. That's pretty much it, and we just take it from there. And most of us, start that process, teens and so on and so forth, and don't really consider what responsibilities are there in relationships or what expectations are there. It's just more so an impulse that leads into other things. Uh, More often than not, we're not reflecting deeply on healthy relationships until much later. But we start the process pretty early. So, if you could both speak to this, Brent, you can go first. Uh, Immature in relationships or immature approaches to relationships, specifically for you. Obviously, you said that you grew over time, but what did that look like for you? What is immaturity in relationships?
Well, immaturity for me started off, as Aleem, alluded to earlier. Growing up, both my parents are divorced as well, and so not really having. And I grew up in a single parent household, just my mom, and so pretty much up until 18, I only got one view, which was my mother. A mother, a black woman who still was scorned and upset with my father. So my view of what relationships look like came from a person who was upset and never dealt with that upsetness. And so my mom really taught me. It was funny because my mom didn't like any of my relationships, so I
Hmm.
never got a healthy look because my mom was her thought was, I'm your one and only. So no one else could get that pedestal. So I never was able to first and foremost get what it means to please a woman. What it means to have a conversation with a woman. All my conversations came from, what I seen, with friends, which was, be disrespectful, throw pickup lines at the wall and see what sticks. And go from there. So my relationship immaturity was kind of get in where you fit in. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut, and it wasn't until actually getting with my now wife where I came with that energy early on, to where and I know we're going to dive into this later where there's a difference, there's a different energy, there's a different feeling, there's a difference of, man, I actually feel better, I'm a better man, I'm a better person, I treat people differently because of this person. My relationship immaturity literally went from, man, squirrel trying to get a nut, I'm not getting married until I'm 70, to what it is now.